Hey guys, it's Kia, and I have a list of 10 winter fragrances that I'm trying to wear this winter. The first one is by BDK, and it is Tobacco Rose. So this fragrance was put on my radar by Mr. D'Angelo Stewart of Be More Fragrant. He would always talk about this fragrance, but I wasn't hearing it because I just didn't want a unisex fragrance. But I got a bundle of BDK from Max Aroma, and Tobacco Rose came in it, and I was like, oh, this is what D'Angelo was talking about. This fragrance was like a jammy rose, and I'm like, ooh, I guess you gotta be a confident man to pull this off. But after that jammy rose, we go on to the other base notes of tobacco, chocolate, and cinnamon, and put a little hair on your chest. So this is a nice, warm fragrance to wear this winter that I'm excited about. Next one is Mercurial Cashmere by Electimuss. I participated in Scent Explore, and the owner of Electimuss was there, and she was talking about some of the different fragrances, and of course we got our samples so that we can sniff along as we participated in Scent Explore. And so Mercurial Cashmere was one of my samples, and I was like, for amber fruity floral lover, it's all me. So this particular fragrance, I don't know if you can see it, this is like a hefty bottle. Like, I like luxe packaging, but I also, when it's a little too luxe and over the top, it makes me think that we're just wasting materials when, I mean, is this a refillable bottle? I would hope so, because this thing is heavy. I just dropped the top and probably could have broken the toe. But let's get into this fragrance and why I'm trying to wear it this winter. So this has cardamom and pink pepper at the top, and there's florals. There's tuberose, there's iris, and then you have amber and violet, and then comes that deep, dense, amazing base that I like in a lot of my fragrances. So we have caramel and tonka, cashmere, vanilla, oud, and cedar. This fragrance is sweet, but now this one is super sweet. This one is berry sweet. I know it has amber and violet in it, but I think with that tonka and caramel, I don't know, it smells like more berries. It could be the tonka. Let me just tell you, it's just sweet. It's a sweet, soft, spicy, and then it gets a little gruff like the Tobacco Rose as it's, you know, wearing down and going through its phases from the top notes to the base notes. So this one, I have worn it already, and I just look forward to wearing it more during the winter. This was a nice surprise. I had heard of Electimuss before, but I didn't know too much about it, so now I'm really curious about the other offerings. One that I want to wear is my little baby good girl, y'all. Look at her. Isn't she adorable? And to think I haven't even finished this thing, but guess what? This winter, I look forward to wearing her. I dabbed some of her on recently, and I just fell back in love. Like, I know this fragrance has so many notes in it, but it's just so good. It starts off with almond, coffee, and citruses, and then goes into its tuberose floral mid that has orange blossom and jasmine sandalwood. But then here's that beautiful, gourmand, delicious, dense base of tonka, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, amber, musk, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar. I've found this combination very common in my fragrances. So she's an oldie but goodie. She hasn't lost her flair. So I didn't want to collect too many shoes, and I don't want to get more than what I need. But this original, while similar to the Leger version, and very similar to Supreme, it's still its own beast. And let me just tell you, I'm thinking about getting the holiday shoe from this year. I'm gonna think on it because the Supreme shoe is gorgeous, and I think it's better than all of the ones that I've seen. The velvets, the polka dots. It is just, the ombre glitter is just gorgeous. But yeah, so Good Girl is on my list. Next one on my list that I am definitely wearing is Sol de Janeiro's Brazilian Crushed Cheirosa 71. Now, I did a video last year of fragrances that I enjoyed more in the winter and they were made for the summer, and it was Brazilian Crushed Cheirosa 62. Now 62 has pistachio and almond, and I thought it felt deep and just a little too much for the summer. But compared to 71, I see why 62 was made for the summer. 71 is like the intense version. So this one has caramel, macadamia. The white chocolate sets this off. The white chocolate sets it off. I don't think when I sprayed it, I just get white chocolate, but it's definitely giving this a thicker base and making it feel more warm, more gourmand for the winter. It also has sea salt and coconut nectar. So this for me, with anything that I'm wearing, or even if I wear it by itself, I feel like it's a side of a cookie. Like I've added a cookie to the meal with this one. And sheesh, I got a big bottle. But this one is a winner, and I'll be wearing it this winter. Also, we'll be wearing Givenchy's Lustre de Rouge. So this one is a newer one to my collection. It came out this year. This one has your orange blossom, your ginger, you have blood orange at the top. There's tuberose, of course, because all Lustres are tuberose heavy. There's patchouli, sandalwood, and vetiver. And I think that sandalwood and vetiver gives this sort of a thicker, warmer base that kind of reminds me, they do not smell the same, but that base around the jasmine and tuberose remind me kind of Alien. How that Alien has more of that amber in it. I think that kind of gives it that gruff little feel, thicker feel to the fragrance, but this one has sandalwood and vetiver. It is cute. A lot of people find this very sexy. I'm still playing around with it, and I look forward to wearing it in the winter. This bottle is sexy though. Like, this is what got me. I was into the intense one, but this red, it was just something about this red bottle. And maybe too many people on YouTube talking about it. But yeah, I'll be wearing this one. I have two Tom Fords that I will be wearing. This is a Tom Ford Noir Parfum. So this one is one that I specifically designate for the winter because I just don't know when else to wear it. I was watching Becky's channel, and she mentioned that she noted this for like a fall night. So that's a possibility. I think with the coffee note in it, makes it feel a little gourmandish to me. And it even, to me, I think everything has a little touch of oudiness to it. But this one, you have your ginger, it's a little spiciness in the top with citruses, the coffee note, rose, orange blossom, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and there's a note called mastic that I'm not as familiar with. But this one is deep, gourmandy, creamy, with that touch of oud smell for me, that I think just is just right for the winter. The other Tom Ford that I want to get some wear out of, that I absolutely adore, is Tom Ford's Black Orchid Parfum. So this you guys, I didn't put this in my video of fragrances that my younger self would not have liked, but this was absolutely on it. How could I have forgotten? But this one, but it used to turn my stomach. Like, it was something about it that was just too rich and would make me have a headache. But now, it's so boozy to me. Like, for me, it's like a rum raisin. Something about it is very rum raisin to me. I love it. I think it's delicious. I know a lot of people disagree, but this one has truffle. It's that plum. It's that boozy plum. And rum. There's rum in this one. Ylang-ylang, black orchid, and patchouli. It's a stunner. It's gorgeous, and definitely is all the vibes for winter. The next fragrance that I have that I will be wearing this winter is Mancera's Amber Fever. I got this last Christmas, and I think it came either right before Christmas or right after Christmas. It had such perfect timing. But this, guys, okay, first, I only have this because of the amazing Lulu, who shared a decant with me. She actually was getting me on the Mancera train. I was kind of already on, because everybody's introductory feminine Mancera is Roses Beneath. But she gave me some samples, and this one just took my breath away. I don't think I got through a full sniff of it before I was looking where I could buy this. So this particular fragrance is very similar to Instant Crush. Now, we all know how Montel and my Manceras, they like to make fragrances that are similar, but there's a different nuance in each one. And you just have to be savvy enough to know which one like what it is, and you know, is it too close, or does it matter for you if you want to buy it? But this one is Instant Crush, leaning towards feminine for me. I can do some unisex fragrances. I don't like to do anything really unisex leaning masculine, but this one was unisex leaning feminine for me. It took my breath away. Love it first sniff. I couldn't finish the sample fast enough. Fragrance Buy got this to my door in record time. Y'all can have Instant Crush. It is a great fragrance. It's a great fragrance. But this is the bomb. Let me tell you what's in it real quick, because I'll be wearing this. This is caramel, whiskey, tonka, hazelnut. Now that sounds masculine. I understand. Hazelnut and whiskey, those can be masculine, but it just adds to this overall sweet cloud that we know is also reminiscent to BR 540, but it's not BR 540. It also has amber, florals, white musk, teak wood, and oak moss. You guys, I'm in love with this thing. I'm surprised there's not a bigger dent in this. Quick story time. I went to the mall. I was in the food court. I remember because I got this in the winter, so I had on a coat, and I was approaching a counter, but I was looking at the menu, and the young lady who worked there behind the counter with a mask on was like, "Excuse me, what are you wearing?" And I was like, "Oh, me, like, you could smell it across the counter like that?" Like, yeah. So I told her, gave her the name and everything, but I was just so shocked because a lot of people complain about this performance. I wouldn't say that it's ultra beast, or the longevity is just outstanding, but it's good enough for me. Like, with this kind of fragrance and as sweet as it is, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I could top up. I could have a decant. Good. Or some of you may know that I have like 500 duos. Not quite, but you know. So, of course, because it is a substantial part of my collection, I do have one that I am really looking forward to wearing in the winter. And this one is called, because you know duo can get some long names here, Drowning in Strawberry Caramel Delight. So this is a hybrid of Nishani Zani, Xerjoff Lyra, and I think the name of this brand that I'm not as familiar with is called Chemi Blending Magic. The name of the fragrance is Aurum. So let's go through this. Aurum is chocolate, strawberry, and oud. I mean, chocolate and strawberry is cool with a little bit of oud. Sounds like it's doable, right? And then there is Xerjoff's Lyra, which we know is more of like this caramel, citrusy cookie. Delicious, delicious. Then we have another kind of, do we want to call it gourmand? I'm not sure. But it is a spicy, gingery, green vanilla. Now, all of that thrown into one bucket, it is amazing. Like, I love this stuff. I didn't know what, I mean, I kind of knew what to expect, but I didn't realize how versatile Ani could be with the green spicy vanilla. I just didn't understand, but this is great. I do get the spicy green vanilla. I do get some caramel, and I do get the strawberry and a little bit of oud. I love this, and this is one of my favorite last purchases from Dua. The very last fragrance is Coffee Addict by Theodoros Galatinis from Greece. So I picked this one because if you haven't seen my coffee video, you should check it out. I'll tag it in this video. But I have a lot of coffee fragrances. And so I've been wearing Awake by Acro Parfums. And I want to throw this into the rotation of coffee fragrances. This is Coffee Addict again. And the notes are coffee, caramel, cacao pod, and vanilla. So it's pretty straightforward, but it is a delicious coffee fragrance. That coffee kind of syrup is strong, but the aroma is gorgeous. So I'm enjoying this one, and I look forward to wearing it more. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell to receive notifications when I upload, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again in the next video. Bye.